Hey trackies, welcome back to another video on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Trackies, please also head on over to our Instagram page, that is TXT Track Time, and give us a follow there as well. The link will be in the description. Alright, so trackies, switching focus, switching focus from my angry vibe, my annoyed vibe to some positive news that is coming out about one of our young starlets. Well, she's 23 now, so she is certainly a young woman, right? And I'm talking about Ashanti Moore. I might as well say right now before I even get into the story, give it up to Ashanti Moore. I saw some photos online. Ashanti, you bad. So, in continuing track is, oh my God, don't mind me. All right. So, Ashanti Moore is back in Jamaica training now, Tracky. So, yes, she is now back in Jamaica after a 2-year stint in the United States training with Lance Brahman. Now, Tracky's Ashanti Moore, as I did say, was a, starlet for us. I remember her leaving champs in her final year, running a fantastic 11.17 seconds and shutting down champs in that finals. And everybody was heralding her, as it relates to the future, as it relates to track and field in Jamaica, sprinting, just like the others that we have coming up now, these young ones, the Tinas, so forth, the Alanas. The same was set for Ashanti Moore back then as well. But then she went to the United States of America, and I think we're kind of spoiled as it relates to our expectations for some of these athletes sometimes. But I guess the quick results that we were looking to see from Ashanti Moore, didn't really materialize for her. But track is this year, was a really, really breakout season for Ashanti Moore, and I'm definitely proud and happy for her. I was definitely rooting for her as well. She went to the World Championships in the women's 200 meters. She didn't really get far, but still, her first birth, her first touch. And I'm sure, once she was there, she's like, listen, this is it. This is where I need to be, and this is where I want to get back to. So she's definitely coming back stronger for 2024 and be like, listen, I had to wait a while to get onto that 200-meter team. Don't get me wrong. And I'm still, side eyeing the powers that be, because when I look at as it relates to the time, she was accepted into the team versus, the people that, had qualifying times. I was wondering why it took so long. But anyway, leading to her not being, race sharp in my opinion. But anyway, she still went out and she still did absolutely phenomenal, repping herself and definitely Team Jamaica in that women's 200. So I'm excited for her going into 2024. She is working out at GC Foster, sorry. GC Foster. Now, check is that is something that is also very, very surprising to me, because I'm like, GC Foster. Oh my God, y'all don't come for me. But anyway, so this is where she's working out, and I have to say I'm definitely 100% excited for what she has to deliver in 2024. There are a lot of girls that I'm excited for in 2024. There's so much to look forward to. Our young athletes are finally showing their hand. They've been dormant a bit, and I don't want to say dormant because I do believe that we're kind of crazy when it comes to our expectations of some of these young athletes, and we expect them to produce immediately. Yes, you're gonna have a few standout starlets that are doing crazy things from in their teens, right? But we generally typically have to give athletes a few years to transition to the senior ranks. So for sure, I'm seeing that transition in Ashanti Moore, and I'm definitely 100% excited for her in 2024. But no, I have to, mention this track is because I'm, looking at it. Now, somebody said to me, some time ago when I talked about the whole Alana Reid, switching to the United States thing and going to train, with Shakira Richardson's coach, like if I didn't notice that high-level athletes tend to go overseas. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right, they do tend to go overseas. Like all of them, go overseas to training, and they're like, this is a thing, what's going on? What's the motivation there? Who is, advising these athletes say, hey, don't train in Jamaica, go overseas, for opportunity, right? So, that was something that, perked, my ear up. Well, not my ear, because I was, reading a comment still, but yeah, y'all understand what I'm saying. So I found that very intriguing as well. But then I'm looking at the fact that, well, Ashanti Moore also took that route. but she's now back in Jamaica. So I'm like, Lord have his mercy. So are we going to see, and don't get me wrong, no two athletes are the same clearly, but we know how, the coaches train in Jamaica is different, from how the coaches train in America, in the sense that the coaches will treat you like you're their child out here, pretty much, and you pretty much have to do every single thing they say. You know what I mean? Versus overseas, I'm thinking that, you pretty much have to drive yourself. You pretty much have to motivate yourself. If you fail, that's on you. You know what I mean? But the coaches out here will definitely be like, listen, you better walk. If I tell you to walk that straight line, you walk that straight line. And if you don't want to walk that straight line, you're leaving my club. You know what I mean? So we tend to see where a lot of our Jamaican athletes tend to fall by the wayside when they're in that kind of setup, because I'm thinking that they're probably used to people behind them with a big stick. Jamaicans are crazy. But yeah, behind them with a, figuratively big stick, telling them, hey, do this, do that kind of thing, versus when they're overseas, that's not the same thing. So I'm just wondering, track is, now that I see Ashanti Moore, coming back to Jamaica to train, you know what I mean? And we haven't really seen the high athletes, to be fair, really break out from, what we saw them capable of doing. Actually, when you think about it, the ones of the newer generation, and when I'm talking about the notable ones, or the ones with notoriety before they left champs. I'm not talking about, you have some few that are out there that are doing crazy things, no, but they weren't really known when they were at champs. But I'm talking about the ones that, left champs with notoriety, right? I'm not really seeing them, much, speaking out their hands. Is the ones that, stay in Jamaica, that are, literally getting the results. So, I'm wondering to myself that, hey, is Alana Reid gonna fall into this trap where now she gonna foreign, no, she's training with, Shakira Richardson over there, and it's not going to be the same. You're not going to have your, people behind you, PP clock clock telling you what to do. You have to motivate yourself. I remember watching Cherokee Young, and she also talked about, switching coaches recently, and she was talking about the reason why, and she talked about, one is there's a motivation factor, but she also did believe that, the coach didn't really have much time for her, considering that, he was, he's a university coach, so there are a lot of people, there. But she also talked about the motivation factor, as well, being one of the reasons why she decided to make that switch. So that's a big deal. Having people to motivate you and push you, it's different from, when you're in a group setting, college or slash high school, where, you're doing it for the team. When you're doing it for yourself over there, track is, you're not really have nobody to push you, you don't really have nobody to push you but yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So um, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with Alana Reid going forward, because trust me, 1092, this is not one athlete that Jamaica wants America to mess around with. I'm telling you, Jamaica does not want America to mess around with this young starlet. So I'm hoping that everything goes well. Again, no two athletes are the same. Everybody's story is different. Everybody has to walk their own path. But you know what? I'm just, kind of, saying, hey guys, do you notice this? You know what I mean? Kind of thing. But anyway, y'all tell me in the comments now what you think. Ashanti Moore back in Jamaica training with JC Foster. Y'all must have wondered why am I laughing when I say JC Foster. Track is, oh my god, I certainly had, had them on the chopping block, this season. But anyway, that's water under the bridge, I suppose, for now. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts. What do you think, Alana Reid? What will happen with Alana Reid? Now that she's overseas as well. Will we see her in a short few years making the trip back to Jamaica? As a matter of fact, most of the athlete them Jackies have made their way back to Jamaica now. Have you noticed? Quite a few of them have made their way back to Jamaica. You know what I mean? So separate apart from just moving and switching, coaches, there are a few that have made it back to Jamaica this season. So Trackies, y'all tell me. Sound off in the comment section. Like the video, of course. Subscribe. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.